history. Where in time it's Carmen San Diego.
So, welcome to Carmen San Diego's Great Chase Through Time. This time I will be providing commentary, considering I have to do this over again and I didn't last time. Probably did provide a little bit of commentary last time, but not as much as I plan to today. Recall that whenever I play Tennis Salem, I name myself Carmen San Diego. This is probably the reason why.
Let's go. Mine at last, the one and only Acme Chrono Skimmer. Prepare for a wild ride, my friends. This new time travel device will allow us to tunnel back in time and steal history's greatest treasures. I'm going to drop each of you off at a different time and place in history. Your job is to steal an historical object. Each of you will receive a note revealing exactly where to hide until I pick you up. Don't forget, tear up that note so no Acme agents can track you down. Chrono Skimmer activated. History awaits!
Welcome to Acme Time Net Time Pilot. We've got a major problem. Carmen San Diego, the world's most notorious thief, just stole our Chrono Skimmer. What's a Chrono Skimmer? The only time travel device on the planet, that's all. Now Carmen and her cohorts control it, and they're on their way to steal historic treasures from the past. If they succeed, all of world history will get thrown out of whack. Only one person can stop them. You! I'll tell you how. Wherever the Chrono Skimmer goes, it leaves a time tunnel behind. Think of it as a passage between two holes in the fabric of time. It was a problem we never got around to fixing, and it's a good thing we didn't, because now you can follow the thieves' trail through the time tunnels. There's the time portal. So jump in and I'll give you more details while you travel. It's takeoff time, Time Pilot! When you're here in the tunnel, I can talk to you, but once you're in the past, I'll be out of contact. In fact, I won't even be born yet. But don't worry. I'll send along an Acme Good Guide to help you. This first trip is a long one. You're going all the way back to ancient Egypt, where there's something vile on the Nile. Queen Hatshepsut should have taken the throne by now, but it hasn't happened. Find out why. Here's Antiquity now. She's got your Chronopedia and your Acme time cuffs. Carmen always leaves a note telling her crooks where to hide, so collect any note scraps you may find. And here's the most important thing. Carmen and her creeps have messed up history, so do the world a favor and set things straight.
Whoa, time traveling always gives me a head rush. Cool. Hi there, pilot. I'm Antiquity, your trusty Acme Good Guide. We're in ancient Egypt, circa 1490 BCE. That's over 3,000 years backwards in time. We'd better get investigating. Just tap on that boatman to talk with him. Then select a question to ask him. Oh, and remember, I'm here to help. If you get stuck, you can ask me for advice anytime.
I always feel so good when playing this game. It's my, I would say my childhood game. It came out back in 1996. This version in particular is from 1999. I don't know what the difference is. But anyways, sorry about all the black spots. That's just natural when you're playing such an old game like that on a newer computer. I just remembered if I click the Acme Chronopedia, it should clear away a lot of the black spots, so that'll be a good trick. But anyways, yeah, so Carmen Sandiego, stellar character. So is the Chief. I love the Chief. Chief is so charming, so is Carmen. And now we have Antiquity here, one of our Acme good guides. A lot of people don't like her pun of a name, but I think it's pretty cool. Oh, and as a disclaimer, if I didn't already say it at the beginning of the stream, I have already played this several times, so this will be a bit of a speed run, except I'm gonna make sure to include all of the dialogue for you guys, because it's very entertaining most of the time. Or should I say, edutaining.
The Nile River floods once a year, and our farmers use irrigation canals to bring the life-giving water to their crops. The annual flood is a big event in Egypt.
The Nile flood also washes up a fertile black mud, great for farming. This mud was so important to the Egyptians that the color black represented life.
That's old.
The Great Pyramid is considered the best crafted structure on Earth. It's made of thousands of huge stone slabs, carefully fitted together. It's a staggering feat. 3,000 years of human
And if we didn't know this stuff, this guy should be pretty suspicious.
Ah, the very name yields a clue. The word pharaoh means greatest house, and all the great pharaohs live in splendid houses indeed. Palaces, really. It seems that Hatshepsut cannot properly bury her recently departed husband, the revered pharaoh Thutmose II. She needs the Egyptian Book of the Dead. A shockwave up and down the Nile. Certainly, but first you must assist me. That sack on the riverbank contains my supplies for preparing mummies. Please move it onto my craft.
To move that bag, pilot, click down and hold. Then drag it up onto the boat. No, I don't need that. The boatman wants us to put it on the boat.
Hello? Trying to embalm the local sites? Please put the sack of embalming supplies on my boat instead. Hello? Trying to embalm the local sites? Please put the sack of embalming supplies on my boat instead. Hello? Trying to embalm the local sites? Please put the sack of embalming supplies. Don't give it to me. Cast that bag on the deck of my boat instead. So please take one of my spare torches from the boat. You'll need it.
Nice torch.
Now my oars will carry us. Temple. Hello again. Can you believe the troubles besetting poor Queen Hatshepsut? As you wish. Hold on while I push off.
What a smooth trip down the Nile. Well, here we are at the temple. The woman over there must be Hatshepsut. Hey, that must be a shred of the secret note Carmen wrote for her thief. Once we find all the pieces of Carmen's note, we'll be able to deduce the thief's hiding spot.
The magnificent temples of Egypt are all the rage nowadays. They're much more popular than those stuffy old-fashioned pyramids. My temple at Der El Bahri is the grandest of all.
Queen Hatshepsut built many monuments, but when her nephew Thutmose III succeeded her, he destroyed most of them. This temple is the only one that will survive to the modern age.
Blessed star! By watching Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, I can make a yearly calendar. I can also predict when the Nile will flood its banks. Only we pharaohs have this secret information.
This ability to create calendars and predict the flooding of the Nile helped convince ancient Egyptians that the pharaohs were gods. That flaming torch may serve to enlighten our investigation.
These myrrh trees weep precious oils valued for their healing properties and scented smoke. My traders brought them back from their voyage to Punt.
The voyage to Punt, near Somalia, brought back rare woods, precious oils, and detailed information about African plants and animals. Murals of these African species can still be seen on the walls of Hatshepsut's temple in the 20th century.
No, you keep that torch. As a great pharaoh, I have everything I need in the world of the living.
That torch isn't lighting up my life. It could use a flame. Way to go. Now we'll turn up the heat on this case. That's the lit torch, and it is hot. A bright torch can shed a lot of light on a history mystery.
Careful, or you'll singe my false beard. I need this ceremonial beard to prove I'm pharaoh. Good day, travelers. Have you come to offer aid? All is in crisis. First, my husband, Pharaoh Thutmose II, passed from this life. And now I cannot even arrange for his safe passage to the next world because someone has stolen the Book of the Dead. The Book of the Dead is not just any book. It helps us Egyptians prepare a body into a well-preserved mummy. The book is then entombed with the mummy to serve as guide in the afterlife. If not properly mummified, my husband will be vulnerable to evil spirits. Only the Book of the Dead can guide and protect him in the realm of the dead. And who are you that you do not know? I am His Majesty, Makare Hatshepsut, esteemed pharaoh over the upper and lower lands of Egypt. Indeed, I am a woman, but since Egyptian pharaohs are typically male, convention demands that I be addressed as a man and wear an official beard. It is a strange situation, but nothing I cannot handle. When my husband Pharaoh Thutmose II passed on, his son, Thutmose III, was only 5 years old and too young to rule. I, therefore, took the throne for myself, and I've discovered it suits me exceedingly well. Observe the distant tomb in the Valley of the Kings. Within, my head priest labors at the side of my late husband. Please, enter the tomb and help the head priest finish the mummification ceremony.
Hey, don't forget, we can always re-ask any questions we've already brought up.
May the gods protect you.
Welcome. Have you come to help me prepare the deceased pharaoh for his mummified voyage to the afterlife?
First we meet a pharaoh with a fake beard. Now we need to make a body into a mummy. This is one strange investigation. What do you keep in these jars?
Those are royal canopic jars, where King Thutmose's liver, lungs, stomach, and intestines are quietly resting.
Ugh, sorry I asked. I'll bet Thutmose II looked better when he was ruling 10 million people.
We recently removed the pharaoh's internal organs and packed him in salty natron to dry out. He has had better days. Now, please take that torch elsewhere. Thank you, but there's plenty of light in here already. I can see just fine.
My ancient Egyptian is rusty. I can't quite translate the hieroglyphs on these jars.
We cannot enter the final burial chamber until the mummy is wrapped for its journey. Let us wind up our task.
Wow, it's dark as a tomb in here. Oh, yeah, we are in a tomb. Our time thief was in this tomb and dropped a piece of Carmen's note.
Okay, so we need to pay attention to this. Use the torch over here to see in the dark, but we need to pay attention to the order of these are the jars in the other room. So let's say the first one is staff. Oh wait, they're both staff. Let's say the first one is snake, feather, mask. So that's what we're gonna have to do in order.
Did you see those hieroglyphs on the wall? I wonder what they mean.
Enough exploring! Are you ready to begin the mummy preparing ceremonies?
We've seen the sights. Okay, pilot, let's start the ceremony.
Greetings, strangers! It's just you and me, and of course the mummy. Perhaps you'd like to help. We've been hard at work here, transforming dear Thutmose into a proper mummy for his trip to the afterlife. But all my assistants have run off looking for the thief who stole our Book of the Dead. I can't finish this mummy all by myself. Well, actually, I'm at a loss. As head priest, I rarely have to do the dirty work myself. I'm really more of a mummy manager. So with my helpers gone, I don't know what to do next. Somewhere in this tomb lies a second set of mummy-making instructions. But protocol demands that the head priest, that's me, avoid getting dusty. Luckily, you scruffy-looking visitors look perfect for the search. Ah, you must mean my ceremonial mask. This mask represents Anubis, a fearsome god with the head of a desert jackal. Hardly. Anubis is the god of the dead, who weighs your heart before you enter the underworld. Not precisely. He weighs your heart against the feather of truth to judge your worthiness. After death, the worthy go on to the afterlife, while the evil are gobbled up by the ever-famished monster, Amit. Not exactly. The instructions will help us finish making the mummy, but we'll still need the Book of the Dead afterwards. For now, let's just stick to the mummy making.
So the best part about this game is messing things up when you know what the right answer is. So we're gonna do that a few times.
No. If you drape the cloth over first, How will we give the skin its final beauty treatment? What a mess! We'll have to begin again. Let me restore the mummy to its original condition.
Let's have another look at those hieroglyphs while the priest cleans up in here.
Everything... Stop! Honey may be sweet in the afterworld, but in the real world it will attract bugs. What a... Everything... Stop! The mask is premature! How will we wrap the body for its lengthy vacation if the mask is already fixed in place? What? Correct. The oil keeps the skin soft.
Cool. The hieroglyphs on that jar really do mean oil.
Ah, yes, that's right. This resin-soaked cloth protects the body from air and helps it hold the proper shape. Even in death, a pharaoh must keep up appearances.
Excellent. More genuine hieroglyphs decoded.
This mask is adorned with prayers to protect the mummy's head from evil spirits. Praise the gods! That's a wrap. We still need the Book of the Dead, but for now, let's move the mummy to the final burial chamber.
Whoa, we're in the burial tomb. Let's dig out our thief and recover the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
So I think maybe we might actually recover the book from the thief and then return it, but it doesn't look like that's actually what happens each time. But whatever.
All right. That's the final piece of Carmen's note. Let's read it, then use the Chronopedia to figure out her hidden meaning. Once we do, we'll know the spot where our thief is hiding.
So it says in a pharaoh's resting place. If you don't need if you need more information, use the Chronopedia. It'll tell you where to. It'll give you some hints. So these show all the pharaohs. I'm guessing I don't know too much about ancient Egypt.
That's the lit torch, and it is hot. This little skiff took the ultimate plunge. It transported the dead to the Egyptian afterlife. The Egyptians prepared for everything. Food and drink were placed in the tombs of the dead for their long journey to the afterlife. These statues are called ushabtis. They were servants who accompanied the royal dead. That's called a sarcophagus. It protected the dead from grave robbers, wild beasts, and evil spirits. This hungry-looking fellow is Anubis, god of death. His jackal head represents the real jackals that roamed Egyptian graveyards. Don't toss him a bone. That's Isis, the mother goddess, who brought the mummified Osiris back to life. This gentleman is Amun-Re, the sun god. Legend has it that every 12 hours, he and the sun rode across the sky in a boat. This slender, ibis-headed individual is Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, a real philosophical sort. That serious-looking dude is Osiris, the god of the underworld, not the best guy to take a loan from.
So if you look at the Chronopedia, it'll tell you that the king of the gods is also the sun god. So it's that guy in the middle there. But let's have a little more fun first.
The time cuffs are active now. Let's read the Chronopedia to deduce the hiding spot described in the Carmen note. Then we can use the cuffs on that hiding spot.
I don't think she gives any extra commentary, like special commentary, if you use the cuffs on anything but a person. So let me just